Hi everybody, welcome to today's lesson on calculating volume of pyramids. For today's lesson, you're going to want to have a pen or a pencil, your math notebook, and a calculator. Please feel free to pause the video and go gather up your materials. You can hit resume as soon as you're ready to begin. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so here are some notes for us on this topic, volume of pyramids. For volume of pyramids, our formula, we're going to start with that basic formula, which is capital B times capital H However, a pyramid is 1/3 of the size of a rectangular prism with the same base. So for our volume of a pyramid formula, we're going to take that area of the base times the height and divide it by 3. Okay, now remember that capital B stands for the area of the base. And today we're going to be focusing in on rectangular and or square pyramids. So we find the area of the base by doing length times width. Then we'll take that times the height and then divide by 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so here's a specific example. We're going to go ahead and find the volume of this pyramid. I can tell that it is a square pyramid because the base or the bottom of the pyramid has side lengths that are all going to be the same. Okay, so again, our formula is going to be length times width times height divided by 3. Now, just to make sure that everybody is super duper clear here, the height of the pyramid is going to be from the apex point straight down to the middle of the base. And you're going to see this little right angle box. What that means is the height is from the tippy top of the pyramid, also known as the apex, to the middle of the base, where if we actually dropped a line there, it would form a right angle with the bottom of the pyramid. Okay, so in this case, we're going to be doing length times width. That's on the base itself, so length and width are down here, times the height, which is going to be that point or that dimension from the top of the pyramid down to the middle of the base, and then divide by 3. Now, if I grab my calculator and multiply 7 times 7 times 8, I end up getting 392 divided by 3. And when I divide, I get a decimal here. I get 130.6666 repeating. We're going to round to the hundredths place right here and say that the volume of this square pyramid is 130.67, and they're not giving us a specific label, so we're going to use the generic label units, but I am calculating volume, so it's going to be units cubed, or units to the 3rd power. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look at one more example here. By the way, I think it's a given when I say that you should be copying these examples down into your notes. And the expectation is that your work should include the formula, what you're substituting into your formula, and your final answer with an accurate label. So if you are skipping some steps, please get yourself into a new habit of making sure that you are showing all of your work and steps. Okay, so first thing to start with is going to be our formula. This is a rectangular pyramid. I can tell it's not a square because the length and the width of the base are not the same. So this is a rectangle, not a square. But our formula is going to be length times width times the height divided by 3. Okay, so in this pyramid, that's going to be 17.5 times 32 times 24 divided by 3. Now, some of you might be wondering, what are we supposed to do with that dimension of 30 feet? And the answer to that is we do not need that dimension. So we are going to have to be careful and know which dimensions we actually need and which ones are extra pieces of information that aren't necessary. All right, when I go ahead and multiply 17.5 times 32 times 24, I got 13,440 divided by 3. And when I divide those, I end up with 4,480. Our label is feet, and it's going to be feet cubed for volume. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I think you've got enough to get started on finding volume of pyramids. Good luck to you today.